Here I will discuss the force in special relativity. We know the force F bar is given by rate of change of momentum. That is our ddt of this P bar means mass into velocity. Or if we differentiate this by product rule, so first function into derivative of second plus second into derivative of first. This is only due to in special relativity mass depends upon the speed of that particle. In case of our Newtonian mechanics, mass is not depends upon velocity. Here mass becomes a constant. So if we find out the value of dm by dt like this, dm by du into du by dt, that is our du of m means in this case the relativistic mass of a particle which is given by m naught divided by under root of 1 minus u square by c square into here the second factor du bar by dt. So if we simplify this or if we find out the differentiation of this one, so its a differentiation is like this, m naught c square divided by 1 minus u square by c square raised to power 3 by 2 into u bar, and here du bar by dt means the rate of change of velocity is nothing but our acceleration, and therefore it is our u bar dot a bar. So if we substitute this value of dm by dt in equation 1, so here equation 1 gives like this, f bar is equal to, here m becomes our m naught upon under root 1 minus u square by c square into du bar by dt means our a bar, and the second factor u bar into dm by dt. dm by dt is like this, m naught by c square divided by 1 minus u square by c square raised to power 3 by 2 into u bar dot a bar into again this u bar. Now this equation has a Newtonian analog, that is the force F bar, it can be expressed in terms of mass into acceleration in two cases. The first case is like this, whenever a bar is orthogonal with our u bar, that is it is perpendicular to u bar, and second one a bar is parallel to u bar. In the first case, when a bar is perpendicular to u bar, their dot product is 0. Whenever the dot product is 0, so from equation 3 the second term vanishes, and here we get f bar is equal to m naught divided by under root of 1 minus u square by c square into a bar. So this first term, this is nothing but our the mass multiplied by acceleration, where this mass m is m naught upon 1 minus u square by c square raised to power half, and this mass is known as the transverse mass of a particle. Now we consider the second case. Our second case is our whenever a bar is parallel to u bar. Whenever a bar is parallel to u bar, then this vector a bar, it can be expressed as certain constant multiplied by our u bar, where k is a certain constant. So if you substitute the value of a bar in equation number 3, then here we get this f bar is equal to m naught divided by 1 minus u square by c square raised to power half into a bar. A bar becomes k times u bar plus m naught by c square divided by 1 minus u square by c square raised to power 3 by 2 into a bar means it is k times u bar dot with u bar into again u bar. So if you write the first term m naught k into u bar divided by 1 minus u square by c square raised to power half plus here u bar dot u bar becomes u square. So it is k into u square, m naught by c square into k into u square multiplied by u bar divided by 1 minus u square by c square raised to power 3 by 2. Now from these two terms, just to common out, m naught k into u bar, m naught k u bar divided by 1 minus u square by c square raised to power 3 by 2. If this factor is common, then from the first term, the remaining term is like this. It is our inside bracket, it is 1 minus u square by c square. And from second term, it is now u square by c square. So here this second and third term is cancelled, and you get 1 into this one means m naught upon 1 minus u square by c square raised to power 3 by 2 into k times u bar. But k times u bar means again it is an a bar. So it is m naught upon 1 minus u square by c square raised to power 3 by 2 multiplied by a bar. So this first factor, this is nothing but mass multiplied by acceleration, where this mass m is equal to m naught upon 1 minus u square by c square raised to power 3 by 2, and this mass is known as the longitudinal mass of a particle. So here you should keep in mind, In case of our transverse mass, the factor is m naught upon 1 minus u square raised to power 1 by 2, whereas in longitudinal mass, this factor 1 minus u square by c square raised to power 3 by 2. So this becomes the transverse mass and it is the longitudinal mass. Now here you have to take the use of this part again, dm by dt, to find out what is the energy relation or mass energy relation in the next session. Thank you.